This episode was sponsored by our good friends at Precision Rehabilitation, specializing in neurological rehabilitation where the therapists all work hard to maximize your abilities. Please visit them at precisionrehabilitation.com. Welcome to Pushrim, Life After Injury podcast, recorded September 6, 2014, episode 45. Push Girl Chelsie HILL. I'm Ray Pizarro.
I'm Richard Bell.
We want to thank our audience for being with us. These podcasts were created to talk about spinal cord injury-related topics, disability resources, and also spotlight individuals that found ways to get past their challenges and are now a great source of inspiration. On this episode, our friend Chelsie HILL shares her story and all the exciting projects she is a part of. So this is going to be a great interview. So we want to give it up to Chelsie. Welcome, Chelsie.
Chelsie
in the house.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, Chelsie.
Made it out. Awesome. So before we get started, we want to introduce our co-host for the day, which is a good friend of ours and also known as a super quad. Brian Whitaker is in the building.
Yeah.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Pleasure.
We're going to do a better introduction later for you, dude. So we got to get your story, too.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. So,
hello, everybody. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Don't let him fool you. He's a microphone hog, so don't get it twisted.
Hello, everybody.
So, all right. We'll jump off and kick it off here.
Let's start with Chelsie. So how did you get injured and where did you do rehab?
Well, in 2010, I was a senior in high school, and we were all at a party, and all of us got into the car. Our driver was drinking, and I was sitting in the back middle with just the lap belt. There was no chest strap, so we ended up veering off the road, hitting a tree head-on. And so my back snapped over the seatbelt, and I was paralyzed instantly. So
What level?
I'm a T10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where'd you go first?
We were flown to Santa Clara Valley Medical Center up north, and I did 51 days in the hospital, got home, graduated, did my did a wheelchair dance routine with my old dance team because I was on the my high school's dance team. So that was like the first kind of introduction to me of like being in a wheelchair and dancing. And then I graduated and went down to a place called Project Walk in Carlsbad, and they do spinal cord injury rehabilitation. And from then, everything kind of fell into place.
Cool.
All right. So when you went back to school, was it a hard transition or?
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, for all of us before we're injured, you're super, like, independent and you want to, like, do everything on your own. And for me, that was it. I wanted to do everything on my own. And then going back to school, I couldn't even push myself up a hill. I couldn't hold my books, And so I had to have people help me. And that was very difficult to ask for help,
Absolutely. Cool. So your next project was?
Meeting the Push Girls.
Oh, was that it?
That was the next project.
Pretty quick.
Let's see. In October of 2010 is when I first met the girls. So I met Auti, Mia, Angela, and Tiffany at the Life Rolls On fundraiser. Mm-hmm. And I saw Auti's videos in the hospital. And, at first I was like, no, I'm not going to dance in a wheelchair. Are you kidding me? What the heck? I can't do that. Right. Then I started watching it more, and I was like, maybe I can do this. Right. And I ended up meeting the girls, and they had a little, something going for them with filming, and they asked me to be a part of it. And I met with the producers in January, and they basically were like, you are a missing link. We need you a part of the show. You're newly injured. You're young. And then we started filming, and I literally had no idea what I was getting into.
Well, I'm glad you jumped into it because, it's really important to get, especially, young girls or young women that do go through these injuries to see what it's about. Because I think you guys are the minority as far as SCI goes, right? I mean,
for girls,
mostly the guys are the ones that are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're stupid, so.
Yeah, guys are kind of like.
Speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself, bro.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So No, that's great. And I know you guys are in between seasons right now, waiting hopefully to get some traction and hopefully get the third season picked up.
Yeah, we're still waiting to hear. If we do get a third season, it wouldn't be with Sundance again. It'd be with a different network.
Okay.
So we're still waiting to hear about it. That's kind of like the $1 million question on Facebook
Right.
and social media. Everyone's asking if we're going to come
Yeah.
back, and we don't know yet. So, but for me, I'm excited to see what's next for everyone else, because I was very grateful and very excited to be a part of Push Girls, but I feel like it's someone else's turn now. I feel like there needs to be a guy show, or there needs to be a co-ed show, or just anything really.
I agree.
I think Brian wants to start a show called Push Bros. Is that true?
I wouldn't be opposed to something like that, but I definitely like to say, to Chelsie and the other young ladies, the show was groundbreaking, and it's just good to see people, push the envelope. I mean, because I think our community is the biggest growing community out of everything. So people need to know what we're doing.
Yeah,
So-
Push Girls definitely broke down a lot of stereotypes, especially in the entertainment world. And it's really cool to know that I was a part of that, and I'm so thankful. And there's going to be so many other things coming out in the next few years. I feel like people in wheelchairs are going to be more accepted, and not just looked at as different.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people being more friendlier to me these days. They're coming up, giving me thumbs up, and it's last 10 years ago I wasn't getting that much love. And nowadays I think the exposure that being in film and video and stuff like that has changed people's perspective about our lifestyles, right?
Yeah.
Because now we can go to work, we have jobs, we can go shopping. We could pretty much do everything we did before, except now we got wheels under us, right?
Exactly.
And so what else you got, Rich?
I wanted to ask her about the Walk and Roll Foundation. What is that about?
So Walk and Roll was started after my dad and I realized that there was a need for educating youth about distracted driving. But then after being down at Project Walk, meeting other people in chairs, we realized that there's so much more of a need than just educating. There's our mission is we want to provide a network of mutual support, resources, and advice for people living with a disability to improve the quality of life while educating the rest of the world and the community about dance and awareness and equality, and especially, recently we're really restructuring Walk and Roll because we have 3 sections of it. We have our educational program, we have our wheelchair dance team, we have a provide section. But we're realizing that, there's a lot of schools out there that aren't just, wanting awareness about distracted driving. There's a lot of schools out there that, need help with acceptance and, for girls self-loving themselves. And so we're really branching out our educational program to reach, every sort of thing that each school needs. So we want to start clubs at the schools. We want Walk and Roll clubs where they have a spirit day once a month or once a year where they wear, our colors, and they're promoting, making good decisions and loving each other and equality and stuff. And so we're really branching out with our educational program a lot more. We're getting, surveys back from all these schools, and I'm really excited. And then with our dance team, we just started a new YouTube channel.
Sweet.
YouTube.com/Walk and Roll Movement. So we want to start a movement, about, equality and loving each other and acceptance. And we want to be able to answer any questions that either an able-bodied person has about living in a chair, or even someone in a chair that's just how do I transfer from the floor to the chair? How do I do that? And
How do we do that, Brian?
I'm
so
gonna
difficult.
He actually showed me that.
I'm going to do a YouTube tutorial on
Yes.
how to do it.
Yes. But yeah, we just want to be able to open our, our network of people, because so many people follow us, follow Push Girls, follow you guys, and just have a source of, where to go. So
Yeah, I like to call it an ecosystem. It's you go into the disabled community and you find different channels of resources and people doing great stuff. That just enhances your life, really. I mean, once you tap into a vein of that stuff, it could really push you to making moves to better yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And actually, our last part of Walk and Roll is our Provide section. So we're newly starting a mentoring program. So we have, I have a team of mentors that I'm in my head that I want to like approach to see if they want to be, because everyone I feel like who's in a wheelchair, we all mentor people, whether it's through social media, whether it's going to the hospitals individually. But I feel like there needs to be something that we all come together where, say you're mentoring someone who's newly injured, who's the same level of you, and, you can give them advice of what you've gone through to help them. And, I'm sure all of us do that individually, but there needs to be some sort of like convention where we all come together once a year and fly in all these people from around the states and come together, and not just for the kids or the newly injured people, but also for the family. Because I feel like with spinal cord injuries, we're completely affected, but also our loved ones around, and they don't know how to accept it or deal with it or when to push us to our limits of independence and stuff like that. So we feel it's really important. We want to start a convention once a year to bring in family and newly injured people and kind of like separate them and have the family have their own support system with the family, and then have the newly injured people, get in the Triumph Foundation or get in, wheelchair sports, and have the kids and the newly injured people come together and just learn new things.
No, that's great. I think there's a void there that you're feeling that's going to make a big difference in getting people more active and family involved. They need to be inclusive in this as they go along for that roller coaster, right?
Yeah, and I think we should be inclusive too and work with her.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Anything, we would love to help you guys too, with what you guys are doing with the podcast and reaching out to people. Like, social media is huge now these days, and that's like the number one way to reach people who aren't just in our network of friends.
Correct.
To reach people in New York, it's amazing that you guys are doing this, and we just want to be able to offer this assistance to anyone, no matter if they're across the states or not.
Yeah, and other countries too.
Exactly.
We get a lot of people from all over Europe and Africa, everywhere, reaching out sometimes. And
it's good.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool to at least offer a little advice, because I know when I got injured, there was nothing like this. Like, there wasn't social media yet, so. Yeah, this would have been a huge help for me. I think I would have gotten into doing a lot more faster. But.
Yeah, definitely. And for me, being newly injured, like when I was first injured, I was so scared to be around other people in chairs because I didn't want to see what I lost.
Right.
And then, but I also found that once I did break that down and I took a step back, and I realized that this is the biggest blessing I can do for myself, is to surround myself with people who are dealing with the same thing. And that's what we want to show these people who are newly injured is, don't be scared. We're here for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and how many girls are in your dance team?
Well, we started 2 years ago, 2 years in October. We started with 7 girls, and then we did a boot camp the next year, and we added 2 more girls. And then a few of them stopped dancing because they've, their lives went on and they, are with their family and stuff. But this year we just did our boot camp in August. We added 3 more girls.
Cool.
So we're really excited. We have 9 girls on the team right now, and that's the most we've ever had. So, and by the way, we need a GoPro for this because traveling with 9 people in chairs is pretty
isn't that
funny.
A trip? Yeah.
Having an able-bodied person break down the chairs and nobody can help, and we're just I wish we can help, but yeah. And then seeing people kind of look at us oh my gosh, there's 9 of them, But our new season starting in January with all of our new performances. We have new routines, more events coming up. It's just everything is really starting to fall into place.
I think we're going to see some of your colleagues over at the Rancho Games, right?
Yes. The dance team will be there. They won't be performing, but they will be there for support. I think they're going to hang out with all the booths and stuff.
Yeah, make sure they come by our booth and hang out a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
Now, how's your family involved? Are your parents, are they close by, or are they now in the same area? Or?
Well, my parents still live up in Monterey, so I'm originally from Monterey.
Right.
But I moved down to North Hollywood in January, and my parents are always like checking in with me all the time. They're like, "Are you okay? Everything good?" Like, I haven't heard from you in a few days, and I'm like, "I'm fine." But my parents are very involved with what I'm doing. I have a huge support back home, so leaving that support system and coming here and just taking a chance was very scary, but it's made me grow up a lot, with meeting people and stuff. But my dad and I actually are the two that started the foundation. So started Walk and Roll after everything happened. He actually mentioned it to me in the hospital. Said, maybe there's a reason that this happened. Maybe, of course, at that hour of the night and reaching for something, he was just like, we got to turn this negative into a positive. And, maybe we can raise money to help newly injured people get wheelchairs or something, and just started like that, and then it's just grown to this huge foundation, and it's a lot of work, but my parents are very supportive, and they're great.
I think I met your dad, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah.
I'd just like to jump in and say, I'm a big fan of the show.
Thank you.
I've watched both seasons, and I just want to let the fellas know that, Chelsie is just as lovely as she wants to be. I mean, she is beautiful. So the camera did know her justice. She's lovely. But what I want to ask you is, the show thrusted you into the position of being a role model. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that position?
It's a very good question, actually. Being 20 years old when this show was coming out, I was essentially put on a pedestal of like, you won't be doing any mistakes, know, and I was looked at as, you're supposed to be this certain way in life, and especially being in chair, you're supposed to be perfect. You can't mess up, and I struggled with that because I am still me. I'm still that girl that's crazy, outgoing, fun, learning my life still, and but it's also grounded me too, to make me realize like who my true friends are, who really wants to help and who just wants to be in the spotlight. But it's really made me grow up, and I'm very thankful for that. And I love the fact that I can help people, whether it's through, mostly social media or going into hospitals and stuff. But it was something really hard to get used to, but now I'm using it as a push to keep going and, help other people.
Cool.
Very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as far as, I know there was a book or working on one. Is it out yet?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So after second season, actually, during second season, the Sundance Channel approached me with, hey, we want to come out with a book, and we want to base this book off of your story and what happened to you. And, of course, I was like, sure, if I can, spread the awareness even more, that's great. And, of course, I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't know I'd be doing signings and tours and stuff like that. But yeah, so the book is called Push Girl, and it's after, the reality show and stuff. But it's about a girl, Cara, who's in high school. She's running for homecoming queen, and she gets injured. And prior to this, she's a dancer, just like myself. She's dealing with a boyfriend and, kind of getting into a different crowd. And when she gets injured, she realizes, who's really there for her and how she has to push herself to accomplish what she wants to accomplish. And it's about love, it's about family, it's about heartbreak, it's about being injured, acceptance. And, a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's a pink book, so can guys read it? And I think that, anyone can really read this book, whether you're injured or not. So it's been a great experience.
I'm picking one up. I did.
Is it out? It's out?
Yeah, it came out June 3rd.
No, I definitely have to pick. I mean, just by
but
the
I
story.
need a signature too, though.
Okay.
I need to make sure we get.
I feel the same way.
So it's a fiction loosely based on a true story.
Yeah, it's a fiction novel based on my life and what happened.
Very good.
Because all those emotions, anybody that's had to be in the chair has dealt with them.
Yeah.
Love, redemption, finding out who your real friends are.
Exactly.
Me personally, when I got injured, I found that people that I didn't feel like I was even that close to were there. And people that I really thought were my friends, it was like, where are they at?
Yeah, exactly.
I had a very similar experience.
Yeah.
This girl I didn't get along with at work, at first. I had no idea we were friends, and she was there almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was cool.
It's crazy after something like this happens to you, you realize like who really steps up, you know, and I think it's a beautiful thing to think about, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. And as far as upcoming events, where can people check you out? Are you going to be involved in upcoming expos of sorts? Can you share with that?
We're going to be actually doing the Oktoberfest, which is the Mobility Works Expo. It's October 18th in Pasadena.
Cool.
And I'm sure we're going to be posting about it a lot.
Okay.
So you guys, they can check out either Walk and Roll Facebook, Walk and Roll DT on Instagram and Twitter, or even just me personally, Chelsie HILL on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that.
Chelsie HILL.
So I'm really excited. I'm going to do a book signing. We're going to perform. One of my friends who's also in a wheelchair, Arthur, is probably going to be performing. He's an inspirational rapper. And yeah, I'm really excited. And there's so many other things going on. But yeah, they'll be on the website.
Cool. And I'll see you up there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ray, you too?
No, yeah, I'll be
going?
there. Yeah,
okay, cool.
I'm there. So and Brian as well.
Well, you see, Rich had no interest in asking me was I going to be there.
Oh,
You have to come.
I'll be there.
Okay,
no,
good.
I just wanted to point out that Rich didn't.
No, I assumed
care
you
if
would
I
be
would
there. I assumed that.
He's one of my best friends, and it seems like we're not.
Yeah, that's why I knew you would be there.
Thank you.
Because you're going to ride with me.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I'll see you on the 18th. Thank you.
yes.
That's Richard's wife, everybody. Shouts out to M. Such a joy. Such a joy. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you on this question before. Now, we know everything's rosy and everything's going good and stuff, but can you, do you remember any embarrassing moments that might have happened in the show that we don't know about? We want to know the inside stuff. We don't want to know the outside stuff. Do you recall any embarrassing times?
I mean, okay, well, there's always one incident that I always think about when people bring up incidents on the show, and that was actually showed. So it was when San Jose Expo, I think first season, we were dancing, and I just didn't think I thought I was gonna grab my chair, and I didn't, and I was doing a wheelie spin, and I smacked my head on the concrete, and basically knocked myself out for a good 5 seconds.
No.
That was one of the most embarrassing moments because it looked so painful. It felt so painful, but also being a prior dancer, I never messed up. And when I did mess up, I was really good at hiding it. But at that moment, there was nothing I could do to hide it.
Yeah.
So my dad slid next to me, ran, slid, grabbed me, and I was just get me up, get me up. And I didn't want anyone to see, but obviously, everyone
sees. Even when we fall in the street,
right?
Yeah,
So embarrassing.
I don't mean to, but yeah,
it happens.
You couldn't pop back up after being popped out.
Oh no,
yeah.
no, I was just kind of
you can't play that
off. Oh my god, no. Yeah. But we've had a lot of really good times on the show.
Cool.
I remember one time, which I don't think they showed. They may have showed. Tiffany and I were driving, and she puts carrots up her nose.
Oh,
Tiffany.
Yeah, that's Tiffany.
That's Tiff.
Yeah.
But we've just played around a lot. We were super silly. The camera crews, they were so funny, so awesome, always there for us, and yeah, it was a really cool thing to see.
Good deal.
I like to say, is there anybody you don't have to name names, but is there anybody on the show that you really didn't vibe with, or is everybody really friends?
Honestly, I think all of the girls I could relate to in different ways. Mm-hmm. Whether it was something that I wanted in life or something that I went through. I definitely related to every single one of the girls. I was able to talk to all of them. And, unfortunately after the show, all of our lives just exploded, and we all got super busy. So the only one that I really stay in contact with is Mia.
Okay.
And
that was very politically correct. I love it. I like to, give a shout out to Ati. That's one of my good friends. What's up, Ati?
Whoop whoop.
Haven't talked to her in a long time, but that's one of my friends. What's up?
Yeah, I think it's really cool because after the show, everyone just kind of got more determined to get involved with things.
No, that's what it's about. It's about just pushing yourself next level reinventing yourself. I mean, because sometimes we just get comfortable with what we're doing, and we think we're all right. Yeah. Like me personally, I thought I was okay, just doing my thing, because I really wasn't involved in the community, just doing my stuff. And then, you know, Ray's been my friend for over 10 years, and Rich, he lives by me, and then we just start running into each other. I'm like, you know, Ray, yeah, I know Ray. And then they just start bringing me into all kind of things that I just didn't even know about. Right. I was ignorant about, you know what I mean? And then now it's like, all this is going on?
Yeah.
Welcome home, bro.
Well, I never left. I just didn't know about home. Thank you.
But, you got to help us get Tiffany on. We got to have Tiffany on one day.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually.
She's hard to reach,
I think Angela wanted to stop in as well. So, I mean, they're busy girls. So anytime, you guys are more than welcome, ladies, to be part of the round table.
Come on in.
Yes.
I think it's amazing. I see all the stuff that they're all doing on, social media. Of course, we always go back to social media, but I think it's awesome with everything that each of the girls are doing and getting involved with. It's amazing, and they all have different followings, and they're helping so many people.
Great. That's awesome. So as we get close to wrapping up here, you like to plug your website once again, or people where they could contact you directly?
Yeah, I run all my social medias, so a lot of people aren't sure if it's me or not, but I run all my social medias. So just Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is just Chelsie Hill, but don't forget it's CHELSIE.
And she's so lovely, fellas.
Yes, she is.
And then you can also look at all of our events and stuff on walkandrollfoundation.org.
Right on.
Okay, gotcha.
There it is.
So check out her page, people. Go see what she's a part of and reach out to her. Check out her book and all the great activities she's being a part of. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So, and then you can also reach us, of course, at www.pushrim.com at the moment. We're working on some things we'll tell you about later. And then also, YouTube, right?
Yeah, our YouTube channel. Get in there and check out all our episodes. I think this is 45 now, so we're ramping up. We want to hit that 100 mark one day. So we got to get busy and bring people from the community in and spice it up a little bit. We got our good friend Brian over here that's going to be able to bring a lot of depth and fun stuff to the show.
Thank you for having me on, guys. I'm glad that my inaugural episode involved Chelsie Hill because she's so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
We got it right.
I think it's engraved in our minds, right? But thanks for elaborating.
M over there, she can't take me. M can't take me. I'm just saying. She's lovely. What am I supposed to say? She's lovely.
So, Brian, anywhere people could hit you up directly? Any Instagram or email or whatever?
My Instagram is Wink from the Wood. My nickname is Wink. WINKFROMTHEWOOD at Instagram, I guess.
Gotcha. All right, so, that's a good spot to get.
And Twitter as well.
Okay. Same name?
Yeah, Wink from, because I'm from Inglewood. In case anybody doesn't know, I'm from Inglewood, and
Inglewood.
They call me Wink. And Chelsie is as lovely as she wants to be. Thank you.
Okay, good deal.
Thanks, Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
You guys are married. You guys can't say it, but I'm single.
I can say
and
she's
Chelsie
lovely.
is as lovely as she wants to be. Thank you.
Okay,
you guys are so
good
funny.
deal. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to check our Facebook page out, and also our iTunes. If you guys are audio listeners out there, feel free to download our podcast and bring them into your mobile device and check out our episodes. So thanks again, Chelsie.
Thank you, Chelsie.
Thanks a lot for being with us. Let's give it up one more time, people, for Chelsie.
Thanks,
Yes.
Chelsie.
Yes. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Go check her out, man.
Guys.
Yes.
Good job, Wink, wink.
Chelsie Hill, the real deal.
Yes, indeed. And with that, we leave you guys till next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.